Hello art class, welcome to your demonstration video on how to draw a basic self-portrait just with the facial feature placement. So we're going to start with our paper and we just want to get a very basic self-portrait with this project. So let's start with our face shape. Our face shape is pretty much an oval. Notice how lightly I'm drawing because heaven knows I always want to erase and make it a little bit better. This one turned out pretty good, so I'm not going to do any erasing yet. Here's my oval to start my face shape. I'm just going to add a little bit of a neck right here. Then I'm going to start doing my basic facial feature placement. Now, here are the rules. The rules are you believe what I tell you. First thing I'm going to tell you is that your eyes are halfway down your face. I know it seems bizarre, but if I got a ruler and showed you, you would see that they are pretty much almost exactly halfway down your face, from the very top of your head to the very bottom of your head. And here's an example. This portrait looks pretty proportional, pretty good. And if you look here, here's the top of the head and here's the bottom of the head. And those eyes I did place actually halfway between that top and that bottom. So it looks really realistic once you draw it. It looks a little bizarre before you actually add the hair. So if that's about halfway, I'm just going to super lightly mark that so that I can visualize that right there. Now, if those are where your eyes are, the bottom of your nose is halfway between that line and your chin. So that's right about here. And then your lips, the middle of your lips, is halfway between the bottom of your nose and your chin. So that's going to be about right here. That is going to be your basic facial feature placement. Now let's add those features. The eyes, how big are they? Well, you could draw your eyes like super big, but that would look super bizarre because that is not good proportion. The eyes are actually big enough so that you could fit 5 of them across your face. So if we look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's our basic eye placement. Now remember, your eye is a big circle covered by skin, which is your eyelids. So we only see a little bit of your eye, but your eye is that big spherical shape right there. So for your eye, it's going to go right here. It's like a football shape and a football shape. My placement is pretty good. You can always do better, but that's good enough. And then inside, remember we've got this big circle that is just covered by the skin, that's your eyelids. Well, you've got this circle of your iris and pupil. The iris is the colored part. And so I like to kind of make like little parentheses there. Parentheses, parentheses, right here, parentheses. These eyes are very wide open. My real eyes in real life are much squintier, but this is a very easy, basic way when you go with the football shape, and we're just going with basic placement. Then you draw the pupil, which is also a circle right in the center. And then usually when you draw an eye, you want to leave like a little reflection, and we'll get into that when we do our actual project. But you would leave like a little white space when you color. This is not necessary. I'm just showing you what it would look like. So then you would draw your nose. The way I'm going to do a nose in this project is basically it's an upside down question mark. Ugh, that was a bad one. Here. I don't have an eraser, so we're just going to go with it. It's basically an upside down question mark. I know it looks a little strange so far, but that's okay. And I mean, you can add a little bit right here. It's really just where your nose casts a shadow on your face is what you see as far as these lines go. I would just go with just that side right there. And then your mouth, the very basic shape, the corners of your mouth usually line up with your pupils actually. And it's this shadow between your lips and then an upper lip and a lower lip. Boys and girls both have upper lips and lower lips. I know it's weird to think about, but boys and girls both have upper lips and lower lips. Trust me. We're doing a very basic shape for our lips in this project. So she still looks kind of weird, or he still looks kind of weird because he doesn't have any hair or ears or eyebrows. So let's add those in. So eyebrows will start to add definition because the eye is kind of recessed in the face. So the eyebrow here will kind of add to that look. And eyebrows are just lots of little hairs. Everyone's eyebrows are unique shapes that really give you personality and expression. So try to kind of get the shape of your eyebrow. This looks nothing like my eyebrows, I know, but they look like eyebrows. So they're my eyebrows. Now I still need hair and ears. So the ear is going to be just like a tiny C. Everyone's ears are a little bit different. You can think about what your ears look like, or you can just go with the shape that you think it is. Just a little bit of a C here. We're not going to add any shading or anything. Really skinny, really close to the face. Even if your ears stick out a lot, like mine kind of do, it still only looks like it's close to the face. So just go with that. And then finally, hair. Hair for a male, someone with shorter hair, starts like this. It goes down over the face. Longer would be longer, further down over the face. Shorter, you might just see the hairline. This is if the hair's coming down over the face. So here's hair coming down over the face. It comes down a little bit in front of the ears. Even if you don't have long hair, even if your hair is short, you still see the hair growing in front of your ears a little bit. So shorter, you would just draw wherever your hairline is, maybe like that. But we're gonna do just slightly longer. It comes down a little bit in front of the ears, and then you kind of see it come a little bit above and behind the head as well. And maybe there's texture to it. Maybe there's, you know, a little bit more going on there. Most of the time you won't see any behind the ears here. You'll just see it behind the ears there. So right there, we've got a pretty decent hair on a guy. It's just this basic shape. Whatever your hairline is, wherever your hair falls on your forehead, maybe longer, maybe shorter. And then above that headline, my headline was like right here, I drew the hair above it. For a female, we're just gonna quickly alter this to be a female. Someone with longer hair, you can keep this, but maybe it's swoopier. And it's like tucked behind the ear a little. Maybe it's just a little swoopier on this side because it's long. These aren't just little hairs, these are longer hairs. And then behind here, maybe it's smoother because again, they're longer hairs, they're not cut short. And then it's gonna come longer. If it's straight hair, I'm gonna do straight hair on this side. If it's straight hair, then it's just gonna come all the way from the neck to the side as far as it goes. You know, if it's really poofy, then it goes out there, but most straight hair is pretty sleek down the side. And that's where your hair goes. You might see a little bit more over on this side, a little bit beyond the ear. So that's one way. All of this would be much smoother because these are all long hairs. These aren't short, jagged hairs. These would be much smoother. Then if you have curly hair, well, you might see more texture here, more bumps. And on this side, you might see more bumps as it came down like this. But it would still go all the way to the neck, and you'd still get all that nice, lovely texture. Maybe it would even come out a little further, depends on your hair, depends on how big your waves or curls are. And then, you know, you can fill it in. Same way. Fill in this whole space around the ear. Fill in that hair. I did much smaller waves and curls in this one. In my self-portrait from before, you can see I did much bigger waves. That works too. Whatever your personal hair texture is or what you prefer your hair to be, that's fine. If you're a female and you want it to cover your ear a little, you can do that as well and only see part of your ear or none of your ear at all. This is just a basic placement and shape sketch. So then finally, if you are a female and you'd like to add earrings, you may in this. They would just kind of come from the bottom of your ear and it can drop down and be whatever you like. I find this a very simple earring to draw. So here's the examples again of your facial feature placement. Remember, halfway down your face is your eyes, Halfway between your eyes and your chin is the bottom of your nose. Halfway between your nose and your chin is the middle of your mouth. And there was both the male and the female version, straight hair, curly hair. Have fun and don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just try to get a basic facial feature placement sketch going on.